Today we are going to discuss about free fall. Now, if any person is holding, say there is a one person, he is holding stone in the hand, right? Now here actually gravitational force is trying to act is acting on a downward direction, that is trying to pull the stone in the downward direction, but you are using your muscular force in the direction opposite to that of the gravitational force, and that is why the stone is here in your hand. Now if you remove your hand, okay, the stone is here. Actually what your hand is doing, it is balancing the force of the gravitational so it is acting in the upward direction and the stone remains at rest. But once you remove your hand, that means once you release the stone from your hand, what will happen? Only the gravitational force which is in a vertically downward direction will act on it. And children, when any object moves under the influence of the force of gravity alone, it is said to be having the free fall or falling freely. I repeat, when an object moves under the influence of force of gravity alone, और कोई भी फोर्स नहीं एक्ट कर रहा है, then it is said to be falling freely. So children, here when the stone is released from a certain height, it is called as the free fall. Now remember the stone I was holding or a person is holding, that means the initial velocity is 0. Every time children we are going to discuss about the initial velocity and final velocity, okay, and we will be using the kinematic equation which we have studied last year. So we are going to apply all our knowledge whatever we have learned. So fine. So any any falling object, the velocity on reaching the earth and the time taken can be calculated using the Newton's equation of motion. Here you will take the initial velocity as 0 and a is nothing but the g, right? Because it is falling, it is coming down, and acceleration due to gravity is also in a downward direction, right? So a is equal to g. इससे उल्टा अगर कोई चीज़ ऊपर डालोगे ना, means suppose you are throwing the ball in the upward direction, okay, suppose you are throwing the ball in the upward direction, children, at that time here this is the maximum height to which the ball goes and then again it comes back. So here we take v is equal to 0. Remember one thing, object is thrown upward direction, v equal to 0, and when the object is falling down, u is equal to 0, right? And here when something is falling down in the direction of gravitational pull, so here a is equal to g, but something is thrown in the upward direction, then a is equal to minus g. Why minus g? Object is going in the upward direction opposite to the direction of acceleration due to gravity. So it is direction opposite to the acceleration due to gravity, and that is why we are taking the opposite sign denoted by negative sign. So here a is equal to minus g, and when something is falling down, you will have a is equal to g. So with this all things we are going to calculate the, you can say, the velocity of the object, the distance travelled by the object, etc. the moon and the artificial satellites are moving under the influence of the gravitational field of the earth, and thus they are in free fall. That means these are having the same as what u equal to 0, a is equal to g, etc. Now going further, children, let us discuss about the some of the sums. So just now we had observed about the motion, and anything is fallen in the downward direction, what happens is, so remember, if there is no other force acting on the body, then all the body will reach to earth at the same time, whether it is feather or a ball. Due to the friction force and other forces, we see that the ball fall first and then the feather. So remember, the free fall is when you have only the gravitational force into the consideration. Now many a times, children, the solved examples are asked in the examination directly. So let us discuss these examples quickly, as it is already solved in your book, textbook. So an iron ball of mass 3 kg is released from a height of 125 meter. So here somewhere you must be having the ball, and from that it is released. Okay, so it is a free fall, correct? And you are supposed to assume g is equal to 10 meter per second square. Okay, the ball is coming in the downward direction, so that means you will take g ka value positive. Okay, you are going to find out the time taken by the ball, the velocity of ball when it is reaching, and the height of the ball at half the time when it takes to reach the ground. So t equal to t upon 2 total. That one we are going to see. So let us understand further. It is given that the mass is 3 kg and the distance travelled is 125. Of course, when it is coming in the downward direction, we are going to take u equal to 0. Right? When the body is falling downward direction, u equal to 0. And the body is thrown upwards, v equal to 0. That you always keep in mind. And we are going to take g as 10. So let us calculate it. So according to Newton's second equation of motion, s is equal to ut plus half at square. अभी यहाँ पे क्या है, इनिशियल वेलोसिटी 0, तो ut हो जाएगा 0, तो 0 इंटू टी इंटू हाफ, acceleration due to gravity is 10 into t square. So it comes out to be 10 और 5 का इसका cancellation हो गया. You will be having 5 t square, right? So now when you will see t square, so t square will be 125 upon 5, so that is 25. So t you will get as 5 seconds. So t you got as 5 seconds. From that, now you use the first equation of motion. v is equal to u plus at. Substitute, u तो 0 है, a is 10, and now we got t as 5. So 10 into 5, 50 meters per second is your velocity when it is touching the ground, and it takes 5 seconds to touch the ground. Now the last part of the topic, that आधे टाइम में वो कहाँ पे पहुँचेगा. So आधा time is 5 total time. So उसका आधा time is 5 upon 2, that is 2.5 second. So let us find out the displacement, where you are going to take t as 2.5 second. So again ut plus half at square, you going to put 0, so you are just going to have half at square. So 1 upon 2 into a is 10, and then 2.5 ka square. So when you will do cancellation, 2 5s are and 2. So 5 into 25 upon 10 into 25 upon 10. So solve it further. You will get 3125 upon 100. Correct, 100. So answer comes out to be 31.25. Okay. So displacement we got as 31.25. See children, observe it. एक बात ऑब्जर्व करना चाहती हूँ. द टोटल डिस्टेंस वॉज वॉट, हाउ मच, 125. तो 5 सेकेंड में वो 125 मीटर्स डिस्टेंस कवर करता है, लेकिन 2.5 सेकेंड में, दैट इज़ 2.5 सेकेंड, इट इज़ ओनली कवरिंग 31.25. हमको ऐसा लगता है ना भाई आधा टाइम में तो आधा डिस्टेंस कवर होगा, बट नहीं. As it is going coming in the downward direction continuously, the velocity goes on increasing और fast गिरता है. So you just see in 2.5 second it has just covered 31.25 meters. So that you just keep in mind. So it is how much away from the ground. This children, ये यहाँ से इतना गिरे ना, 30 सेकेंड में इतना, तो ग्राउंड से कितना ऊपर हुआ. सो दैट विल बी 125 माइनस 31.25. सो दैट विल कम आउट टू बी 93.75. ओके, सो दैट यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड. नाउ लेट अस गो टुवर्ड्स द सेकेंड सम. Second sum says a tennis ball is thrown upward and reaches the height of 4.05 meters before coming down. So can you imagine the things? Here person is there, he has thrown the ball in the upward direction. It has reached to the maximum height of 4.05 meters and then it started coming down. What was the initial velocity? That means they had asked u equal to how much. What will be v? It is in the upward direction, and I told you when it goes in the upward direction we have v equal to 0. And another thing, that how much time is taken, how much total time is taken to come down, means you have to take time for going up and time to coming down. दोनों टाइम इक्वल ही होता है, तो जो भी t मिलेगा that I will be multiplying by 2 to get the total time. And of course we are going to take g as 10 for the simplicity. Actually the value is 9.8, लेकिन easy calculation के लिए we are just taking as 10. As they give us, we are going to take that value only. So let us use the third kinematic equation. V square is equal to u square plus 2as. Here you are going to put u equal to 0, and as it is thrown in the upward direction, I am going to have minus 10. You should not have a doubt that teacher is taking sometimes minus sign for g and sometimes she is not taking minus sign. Remember, if that object is thrown in the upward direction, you have to take g minus, because g is always in the downward direction. And other things are taken in the downward direction, then of course we are going to take g positive. So that you keep in mind and do further calculations. Okay, so what you got? You got u square is equal to 81. That means you have u is equal to 9, square root of it. So when the ball was projected, thrown upward direction, it was having the velocity of 9 meter per second. And now let us consider the downward motion of the ball. And let us suppose that it has taken t seconds to come down. Here the initial velocity of ball is 0, u equal to 0. And the distance travelled by the ball on reaching ground is nothing but 4.05 meters. So let us again use the Newton's second law. second equation of motion, ut is equal to half at square. So you have displacement 4.05 is equal to, you have to take 0 because now it is in a downward direction, na, into half into 10 into t square. So further it is t square will be 4.05 divided by 5. So it comes out to be 0.81. So that is your t square. So what will be t? T will be 0.9, half of it, right? So you will be having t as 0.9 seconds. So 0.9 seconds जाने के लिए and 0.9 second आने के लिए, so total how much it will be? 1.8 seconds. So you have to say that the total time is 2 into 0.9, that is 1.8 second. Correct? Now let us move towards the gravitational potential energy. Now children, you have already learned about the potential energy and kinetic energy in your standard 9. I hope everybody is able to recall the formula. Formula for potential energy is mgh and kinetic energy is half mv square. So these were the two formulae you have learned about the potential energy and kinetic energy. Correct? So we are going to make a use of it and we are going to draw fantastic conclusion that how the satellite, if we wanted to escape from the earth, what should be our initial velocity and everything we are going to learn. Very interesting part. Just concentrate. So here we say that potential energy is the energy stored in the object because of its position or state. So this energy is relative and it increases as we go at a greater height, because if h increases, this will increase. Always just use your mathematical knowledge that what happens is the proportionality part, direct variation ki inverse variation, that you will be able to understand the scientific concept also clearly. When the formula given is mgh, if I'll increase the height from the surface of earth, so we can increase this energy. Correct? And what happens if you are on the ground here? On the ground, when h is equal to 0, you are going to have potential energy also 0. Correct? And say this is the R. So if you take a small h as small as compared to the radius of Earth, we can assume that g is constant and we can use the formula mgh. But if you consider the ball at a certain greater height, larger height, so what will happen, children? The value of g decreases with increase in the height. We have seen variation ka first case, right? So now here, what is our formula? Formula for g, we are already knowing, it is g is equal to, always keep this in mind, this formula, small g is equal to gm upon r square. If it is a small height, we are considering as the radius of earth only, but if it is a greater height as it is shown here, then we have to take this r as the radius of the earth और फिर उससे कितना दूर है, that is r plus h. So remember, my small r is nothing but the capital R plus h, and this is the value of g. So now we have this the potential energy is mgh, so accordingly we are going to observe in this formula. Well, the larger the value of the h, the value of g decreases with the height, right? As the height it is upon r na, so what you have, g is equal to gm upon r plus h the whole square. So as the height is increasing, the value of g is going to decrease. And imagine if you go to the infinite distance from the earth, then you can get the value of g 0. That means what? It means that earth's gravitational force does not act on the object. अगर ये g 0 हो गया मतलब ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स भी नहीं लगेगा उसको, एक्सेलरेशन ही नहीं हो पाएगा, right? F is equal to ma. If this a is 0, then F is also going to become 0. So gravitational force acting on an object will be 0. Correct? So it is more appropriate to assume the value of potential energy to be 0 there, because mgh na, the formula for potential is mgh. अगर ये g 0 हो गया तो obviously potential energy also will become 0. Correct? So thus for the smaller distance, that is the height, the potential energy is less than 0, that is negative also. So when an object is at a height h from the surface of earth, observe here, so when an object is at a height of h, see this is the height, this is the object from the earth, what will be the potential energy? mgh है ना फॉर्मूला, सो m फिर g का वैल्यू क्या है, gm अपॉन r प्लस h द होल स्क्वायर, और फिर h क्या है अगेन r प्लस h, तो r प्लस h का स्क्वायर और एक r प्लस h कैंसिल हुआ, सो व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू हैव हियर, इट इज gmm अपॉन r प्लस h, ऑफ कोर्स विद अ नेगेटिव साइन, opposite direction na, because it is that height. Correct? So we have observed that the object is at a height h from the surface of the earth, has got the potential energy gmm minus gmm upon r plus h. Now having understood this, now let us suppose that the ball is thrown in the upward direction, and obviously as it is going in the upward direction, the velocity will go on decreases. क्यों? Because the gravitation of the earth, it is pulling in the downward direction. So ultimately what will happen, the ball will become the velocity 0 at certain height, and then again it will again start falling down. So the maximum height to which this ball has reached depends upon the initial velocity. So let us calculate that. So you have the formula v square is equal to u square plus 2as. As you know, it is going in the upward direction, then it will stop and then it will come back. So you have the final velocity 0. Whenever any object is thrown in the upward direction, we take final velocity as 0. Correct? And the work is done against the gravitational force. So your A will be minus G. Correct? Now to substitute that in the formula, V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. So you have 0 square is equal to u square plus 2 into minus g into s. Correct? So what we will have 0 is equal to u square minus 2gs. Now children, you take the 2gs on the left hand side. इसको वहाँ पे लेके जाओ. So what you are going to have 2gs is equal to u square. So what is s? Take this 2g here in the downward direction. So you will be having u square upon 2g. It will be u square upon 2g. So maximum height to which the ball will reach is nothing but u square upon 2g. So we have, see, this initial velocity is in my hand. मैं चाहूँ उतना जोर से बॉल फेंक सकती हूँ. ओके. So higher the initial velocity, larger is the height will it reach. What is s? S is equal to u square upon 2g. Correct? So the higher the initial velocity, larger is the distance covered by the ball. So how much it should be the initial velocity? It should overcome the gravity of the earth, and then it should go to more and more heights to which it can reach. So what we will do, we have seen already that the value of g keeps on decreasing as we go higher above the surface of the earth. So when this g is decreasing, obviously this s will increase because it is inversely related. Correct? So the force of pulling the ball in the downward direction decreases as the ball goes up. So if we are keeping increasing the initial velocity of the ball, it will reach larger and larger heights, and above a particular point of its initial velocity, the ball will be able to overcome the downward pull of the earth. And when it is able to overcome this downward pull of earth, that is called as the escape velocity, free from the earth gravitational force. And it can escape the earth forever, and it will not fall back on the earth. So this is nothing but the escape velocity. So we can determine its value by using the law of conservation of energy. It's very simple. So the object going in the vertically upward direction from the surface of the earth, having the initial velocity, which is what we want, the escape velocity, na? Then it will escape the gravitational force of the earth. The force of gravity is inversely proportional to square of the distance. Becomes zero only at the infinite distance from the earth. This means what? The object to be free from the gravity of the earth, it has to reach the infinite distance from the earth. That is, the object will come to rest at infinite distance and will stay there. So let us see. We have here the object of mass m on the surface of the earth. So kinetic energy is half mv square. Here we are going to take escape velocity, which it will be projected. The potential energy, as you know, it is minus gmm upon r plus h. Okay, here we'll take it as on the surface of the earth. If it is, see, here we are taking on the surface of earth. So I am not writing here r plus h. Okay, please keep in mind when it is at certain height, then only we write down r plus h. On the surface of earth, it is just r. So what will be total energy? Total energy is kinetic energy plus potential energy. So it will be half mv square plus minus gmm upon r. Correct? Now let us see when that is at infinite distance from the earth, बहुत लंबा, उस टाइम पे क्या होगा? काइनेटिक एनर्जी हो जाएगी ज़ीरो एंड द पोटेंशियल एनर्जी इज माइनस जी एम एम अपॉन इन्फिनिटी. सो इवन दैट विल ऑल्सो कम टू ज़ीरो. सो व्हाट विल बी टोटल एनर्जी? टोटल एनर्जी विल बी ज़ीरो प्लस ज़ीरो, दैट इज ज़ीरो. Okay, so that means what? The energy remains same, na? Law of conservation of energy. So this E1 should be equal to E2. That means the potential energy on this earth part will be same as when it is at the infinite distance. So equate both of them. That means what? Your half this part. That is half mv square minus gm m upon r equal to 0. Now solve further. What you will get? You will get you will get half mv square is equal to gmm upon r. Just taken this on the right hand side, and then now you cancel out this m as it is on both the sides. Take 2 on the right hand side. Correct? So v square is equal to 2 gm upon r. So what is v? V is square root of that. So square root of 2 gm upon r. Now what is gm upon r? It is nothing but, see what we have. Concentrate here, children. Small g is g m m upon r square. Sorry, g m upon r square. g m upon r square. Correct? अभी यहाँ पे r square नहीं है. So what you do? Multiply by r numerator and denominator. ठीक है? So you will get minus 2 square root of 2 g into r. So now we know the value of the g, we know the value of radius of the earth. So we can substitute that, and what we will get? We will get as 11.2 kilometers per second. So what? The scrape path which we sent the moon or other planet have to have the initial velocity more than 11.2 kilometers per second. Okay.